Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well. Today we have a product review for you today, and that product, as you can see from the title, is the Hygger 300 watt double quartz heater. We're going to be checking that out, going over a couple things, and showing you some things I like about it. I do want to first off state that I did not purchase this product. Hygger did send it to me free of charge. That way I can review it and show you guys, and yeah, we'll go from there. I also want to mention that I truly believe in these products. The Hygger brand has been good to me. I haven't had no issues with it at all. I've had a couple lights from them. I've had some smaller heaters from them. I've had a couple other miscellaneous aquarium things, and they've all seemed to have been good quality for a good price. Obviously, these aren't premium products, but they are good quality products at a very low price. Obviously, Amazon and all that stuff, you can find that. Even in local pet stores now, I'm seeing some of these products. So anyways, let's jump right into the video. All right, while we're here over at the tank looking at the box, I do want to mention that I have an affiliate link in the description below, as well as I'll try to put a card up top here where you can find the link to this heater. If you guys don't mind, click that link. Just go to at least check the heater out. I'm not saying you have to buy it, but if you could do me a huge favor and just check that link out over there, I'd really genuinely appreciate it. This is my first time dealing with any type of sponsorship or anything like this. So again, it means a lot that you guys are watching these videos and stuff like that, and I bring these quality products to you in hopes to improve the fish keeping hobby for everybody. So without further ado, this is the Hygger double quartz heater. HG043 is the part number, that way you know. It's a 300 watt. So yeah, here's the box, pretty simple. We'll go over a couple things that came in the box, which is a mounting bracket for the actual controller itself, as well as another option if you wanted to mount it to the wall with this hook here. And there's also some suction cups that come in the box, and those would be right here. Very high quality suction cups. These aren't going to be the ones that are going to dry rot on you or lose that suction power and cause your heater to fall down off the glass. These are actually like a excuse me, like a silicone based suction cup. Now onto the heater. Well, it does come with 3 of those suction cups I want to mention. Here is a look at the heater itself. I'll just set this down here. It's a pretty sleek looking heater. It is a little bit thick, about 1 inch, but as you can see, there's that double quartz in there on each side. It comes with this nice built-in protection. That way it protects your fish's fins from getting burnt and the body of the fish itself from coming into contact with that quartz. The only possible way they can do that is through this little slot here. But unless you have a super small fish or a fish that's really just not paying attention, they're not going to get caught up in there, and they're going to be able to avoid that area altogether. It does feel like a pretty nice solid plastic that's not going to dry rot or crack or decay over time. It does feel solid. Obviously time will tell for sure, but in my opinion, just off the bat of checking it out, you know, firsthand like this, it does feel pretty nice. I have no issues with it so far. Moving on down the line, we go from the heater down to a cord. Sorry, it's all bunched up. Down over to the controller. As you can see here, we have the controller. Pretty simple. It's just a black box, clear, with 1 button on it. You have some specs on the back, tells you what it is, the part number, what type of voltage. As you can see, we have the 300 watt there. and then from there it goes to a wall plug. So as I showed you earlier, we're going to talk about setup now. There is a bracket here that has some double-sided tape where you can slide this through, and now you can mount that to the wall somehow, either stick it, or there's actually 2 screw holes here where you can insert some screws and drill it possibly into your stand or on the inside of your cabinet to give you a more clean look, depending on what you're going for. Me personally, I don't do too much with cabinets or anything like that. Everything is kind of just on a stand, basic stand. So anyways, we'll talk about setup. Super simple. All you need to do is take your 2 suction cups, take the long end like that. As you can see, slide it in there, fits in there nice and snug, twist it 90 degrees, and now that is locked into place. So on and so forth with the other one. You get it, put it in there, 90 degrees, now it's locked in there. Then you'll take this inside the tank, wherever you want to put it, stick it in there against the glass, and ready to plug it in. We're going to do that right now and come back. All right, we got it set up in the tank. As you can see, just for the sake of the video, we're not doing a complete install on here just because it's a pretty straightforward, self-explanatory install. You just stick the thing to the glass, wherever it gets a lot of water flow in order to disperse that heat around the tank, and then you're good to go. So just again, for the sake of the video and user-friendly experience here, we're going to stick the stuff where it is now, just to give you an example. So I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. As you can see, it turns on. We have our display lit up right there. Now we're going to walk through exactly what a couple of those things mean. Before we do that, we're going to take a quick look at the actual heater itself again. As you can see, it does fit in there. It can blend in pretty well if you go to the back. Just because you can't, excuse me, you can't necessarily see that orange outside edge when it's against the back glass, such as, you know, all the way back there. But it may stick out a little bit depending on what type of escape you have. Me personally, I really don't mind equipment in the tank. And personally, I don't think that this would stick out too much in my opinion. I wouldn't mind it. Anyways, moving on from that over to the actual unit itself, the control unit, or the controller, as you would say, for the actual heater itself. A couple things you can see here. As you notice right off the bat, you can see this red LED going around in a ring. And also real fast, I want to note that on the video it does have a flicker right here just due to the refresh rate of the camera or the frames per second. That's not actually how it looks on the unit itself. It is pretty much solid, crystal clear, no flickering, nothing like that. Just a side note. The red around there means that it's currently heating. The temperature in the tank currently is 77.2 Fahrenheit. It's currently putting out 357 watts to get to our set temperature of 80 degrees. It has a low and a high symbol here for the low-high alarm, as well as auto shut-off. If it were to come out of the water, it has a sensor to where it will turn off instead of just burning up, or you know, possibly having some type of issue where it would stay on. That protects it, and this whole unit here has those sensors built in where it protects it from overheating and burning itself up, if that makes sense. Quickly through the controls here, very simple, one button. You click it to go through and set your temperature all the way up to 93 degrees, as low as 59 degrees. I want to go ahead and set this one probably right around 78 degrees. Oops, we went around too far. And you just continue to click the button, and that will take you to where you want to go. Sorry about the annoying beeping. Right there to 78 degrees. Let go of it, and as you can see, boom, sets in, clicks right to where it needs to go. You can see our wattage go up. We're currently heating. Now, right now, the heater's not in a very well placed. We're not going to be able to heat up very quickly, just because there's not much water circulation right in that area, as there would be over here or back there by where my wave maker is. And that's why I have that other heater set up. Again, this is just a display tank where I like to display the products. This will go into a different tank, most likely. And figured I'd just display it here for you guys. So one more thing about the heater I do want to mention is it does have that high-low alarm. Unfortunately, the low is 59 degrees and the high is 93. So there could be some issues there. Just have to really pay attention to it, monitor it. And if I have to suggest one thing, that would be definitely to have another thermometer to cross-reference from, such as like a meat thermometer that is, almost guaranteed to be accurate. I would measure the temperature with that meat thermometer, and if it reads at 78 degrees and you want your tank to be 80, cross-reference to this. If this says 78 at the meat thermometer and this says 79, it's 1 degree high. So, if you want it to be at 80, set it to 79. That way it will heat up to 80, if that makes sense. Always have a cross-reference in order to make sure you have complete accuracy, of course, when it comes to this stuff, because temperature is super important in the aquarium. Also, another thing to note, it does have a nice thick cord with some nice sheathing on it. It does feel super heavy duty, and it will hold up to some serious abuse. So, not to say that it will get turned and kinked a bunch of stuff like that, but if it were to, it will be able to hold up no problem. That's just one more thing to note with this heater specifically. You can kind of see in there too that quartz does get some good water flow through there. We can actually see some bubbles. This will focus, accumulating on there from where it's heating up, and getting that water flow right through there is going to be awesome. It almost acts as a vent, if that makes sense, for water to flow right through there and pull itself through in a nice, how would you call it, helical pattern or something like that, if I have to say so. I don't know exactly what it would be called, but it would vent through there, if that makes sense. The water would flow through there nicely and come out the other side. Other than that, that's pretty much all I got to say about the heater. I don't want to blab too much. I really hope you guys go and check it out. Again, we'll have a link down in the description below It's an affiliate link, of course. I get a little bit off of it, but I want you guys just to go and check it out. That way you can look at more specs on it and tell me what you think. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I did. If you got any experience with these kind of Hygger heaters, let me know, because I've got some, but I want to hear from other people. I haven't seen many videos on this one yet, so that's why I agreed to do it. Anyways, guys, I appreciate your time. We'll see you in the next one.